Councilmember Roberts will lead us in invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Most holy and gracious Father, first and foremost, we'd like to thank you for bringing us up to this point in history. Lord, thank you for watching over us through our various lives. Lord, we ask you to watch over us during this meeting where we may conduct the business of the city. Lord, please pray for our city. Please pray for every individual that's involved in our city. Lord, watch over us as we leave this meeting and go to our various safe places. We find our homes and loved ones well off, if not better than we were when we got. These are the blessings we ask in your Son Jesus' name. We pray and say together, amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, let's come to order. Clerk, please call roll for the establishment of a quorum.
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Here.
Councilmember Smith?
Present.
Councilmember Harris? Present. Mayor Draper?
A quorum is present. Is there a motion to waive the reading of and approve the minutes of the June 6, 2023 meeting?
So moved. Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes. That is approved. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
I would make a motion that we remove item A from the consent agenda and leave it as a standalone resolution.
Okay, is there a motion then to approve the agenda as amended?
That needs a second.
Second.
Is there a motion to approve the agenda? We already put the motion.
As amended.
Will the clerk please call roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes. That is approved. We do have a recognition tonight. Mr. Folks, would you like to take the floor?
Yes. Thank you, Vice Mayor and Council, for allowing us to staff this opportunity. What we'd like to do right now, because sometimes I think one of the most misused words in our vocabulary is sometimes merit. If you understand what merit really means, merit means going above and beyond your call of duty. And I think what we want to recognize somebody today who went above and beyond their call of duty. Let me let you know what happened here. This young lady was responsible for going to a house during her duty hours. She found out the person was dead. She took care of the duties. But when she saw the lady, she said, "There's something not right with this." So then it was a time when she was off. She went on her off-duty time, and when they saw this senior citizen that we have here, and she found out the lady wasn't doing well, she took the necessary precautions to make sure she was taken care of. She made sure she followed through and made sure she got everything she needed. That's going above and beyond, and those are the type of people that we recognize. So Ms. Tanner Bryan, if you would come forward, please, so we can recognize you for what you've done, because that's above and beyond. Those are the things that sometimes we talk about what our employees don't do, but Tanner's done this before. We've worked on projects before where people didn't have food in there. Tanner goes back because she understands her job as a public servant. And those are things that we tell you right now, Tanner, even if man is not pleased, God is well pleased with what you've done and you continue to do. And I want to say that, so please come here, and please Jason come with me as we recognize you for just going above and beyond. In recognition of her compassion and genuine commitment to the safety and welfare of the citizens of Anniston, particularly on May 17, 2023, her generosity, time, and resources ensured the health, safety, and well-being of the senior resident in distress. Because of her exemplary action, a life was saved. This is one of the many selfless acts she displays daily. The mayor, council, and city manager are honored to recognize and praise Tanner Bryan, who personifies the true meaning of we are the whole. Thank you. Thank you. And I want to venture with this coin to go over. He call this a coin, whatever you want to call it, being an old soldier. I call these coins of excellence. And that's what you get rewarded this coin for, because everybody can't have what you're getting because your excellence level will provide you with this coin. And thank you for having the city. Council, if you please, have anything to say, take a picture with me.
Well, we can take a picture first.
There you go.
Right here, we got 3. 1, 2, 3.
Any council comments?
I just want to say that since 2012, I cannot tell you how many times I've contacted Ciara. We are prohibited from giving any employee any direction, but I've passed on information to her many times, and there's not been one time that Ciara has failed to follow through. And that's just pure dedication, Ciara, and I'm just so proud to know you and honored to have you as a part of our city.
I would just like to say this. Ciara is one of the, she's an amazing individual. I had a chance one day for the Anniston Changes event, and my leg was hurting really bad, so she picked me up. So I got to ride around with her, and I was amazed at her knowledge. As we ride past the house, she would say, "Miss So-and-so, such and such." I mean, she would give you names and tell you how many people there, how they're doing. I mean, what the children were doing. I mean, it's just amazing that we have a person that rides around. I understand that's her job, but when you get to remembering some of the details that she remembers, it was just amazing. Thank you, Ms. Ryan, for all you do.
I'd like to say I was surprised by this, but I'm not. This is an everyday occurrence with Anna and what she does. It's something that is regular and consistent from my entire tenure up here since 2010. She's always taken this role on. She helped us start the Rocky Island Neighborhood Association. She helps keep that thing going on. Those are not a part of her job descriptions. That's a part of her mission, and it should be a part of all of our missions to take that extra step, to do that extra effort, to make sure that our community is the best it can be. And Danny, you're a shining example of that. Thank you.
I often refer to Tana as the city's bounty hunter, but she has been an amazing person, someone that I know that I can call on and get any advice from, or if I have any questions, she's 100% there to answer them. Any concerns we have, she's there to offer solutions. She's just one of those employees, in my opinion, that go above and beyond, and she knows this city, she knows the people, she's a part of this community, and that's what we need when we hire. I can't say that because I'm not hiring anyone, but that's exactly what we need when we are hiring city employees. So thank you, Tana. You know how much I appreciate you. That being said, we'll move forward. We do have some board confirmation hearings tonight for the DDA. We have actually several. So what I'm going to do is when I state your name, if you would come forward, and if you would like to say something, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to, there is no pressure at all. But if you do, in accordance with our rules, please state your name and address before you speak. And then we will vote on this during the consent agenda. So after the consent agenda, you guys will be good. The first person we have is Grant Jackson. Please come forward. If you want to say anything else.
No, that's fine. Grant Jackson, 525 Batesville Road, Anniston, Alabama, 207. I'm pleased to be here. Thanks for the opportunity. Looking forward to it. I think that we have a lot of good things going. So let's
Next, we will have Ms. Faith Wright.
Hello, I'm Faith Wright, 631 Hoover High Road. I am honored to be here, appreciate the opportunity, and I'm excited to see what we can do downtown. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we will have Louis Downing.
Good evening, I'm Louis Downing, 1211 Lakeshore Drive, Anniston, Alabama. I'm glad to be part of downtown again and more, and excited to sustain the momentum that we all have built and that we have going on downtown, and I'm just pleased to be doing more here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Mike Poe.
Mike Poe, 601 Fairway Drive here in Anniston. Just appreciate the opportunity to serve on the board, and hope we continue to know what's happening downtown, and appreciate you guys and all you do for the city. So thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. And Tyler McNichol.
Tyler Nichols, 713 Jefferson Avenue, Anniston, Alabama. Just really appreciate it for the opportunity. I think there's a lot of potential in Anniston. You guys have really done a great job, so thank you.
Thank you. Would council like to say anything?
It's a great slate. I know they'll do great things. They all have done great things individually. I know collectively they'll be superstars for the city of Anniston. Thank you.
Thank you for your willingness and wanting to participate. Thank you.
I agree, we have a great slate of leaders, and I cannot wait to see what's going to be happening in downtown Anniston. I wish I could say 5 years from now, I think it's going to be a different place, and you're going to be playing a major role in it. And thank you so very much.
I agree with Councilmember Harris. I share those same sentiments. Thank you all for being willing to serve the city in this capacity. I look forward to seeing what you all will do. That hearing is closed. We do have one public hearing scheduled for tonight. It is the special events retail application for Anniston Museum and Gardens Decade Dance. Is there anyone who would like to come forward? Seeing that there is none, I will move forward. Mr. Folks, close that public hearing. Mr. Folks, do we have any unfinished business?
Yes, ma'am, we do have one, I need to take it up, is the motion to approve the bid for the HVAC, vendors for the city of Anniston. And we're asking that the council take, maybe select, we reject it, we ask the council to reject the bid as is the price that comes in, it cannot be absorbed, not 24 months. So we got to look at other options, so we actually, respect the action that the bid we reject.
With that being said, I will move that we remove the bid from the table. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
Is there a motion for passage and adoption?
I move that we reject the bids as presented and handle the service needs internally.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
That has been moved. Now let's move to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
The consent agenda is now adopted. We do have 2 resolutions tonight. The first resolution is to amend the FY 2023 budgets for the General Operating Fund, Anniston Museums and Gardens Funds, Fire Tax and Fire Training Fund, Stormwater Fund, Internal Service Funds, and the Capital Projects Fund to adjust for the differences between the previously adopted budgets and presently projected revenues and expenditures in the budgets of the various funds. Is there a motion for passage and adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Will the clerk please call roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
That has passed. Our last resolution resolution, which was removed from the consent agenda, is a resolution authorizing reimbursements to city officials for expenses incurred while traveling away from the city. Is there a motion for passage and adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Jenkins,
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts,
Yes.
Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Harris.
Abstain.
All right, that is passed. Mr. Folks, are there any additional or other matters that may come before the council?
No, Vice Mayor.
All right, we have no public hearing scheduled or public comment scheduled for tonight, so we'll move on to council comments. Councilmember Harris, let's start with you.
I want to say we have some of the best employees, I believe, in the state of Alabama. And tonight, Ken O'Brien exemplifies an outstanding employee. Also this week, our Community Development Department was awarded a John A. Sasso Community Development Week Award at the 54th Annual National Community Development Association. This department is led by Coordinator Elisa Jones and Program Specialist Nikita Wood. I want to congratulate these public servants for the great job that they have done in achieving this award. Thank you.
Councilmember Roberts.
First and foremost, let me thank everyone for coming out. God bless you for taking out your time. For those of you who choose to serve on this board, God bless you. We really appreciate you. To our city officials, our city employees, y'all know I think y'all do a wonderful job. As always, like Councilwoman Harris said, Ms. Bryant, God bless you. Y'all, let's just be in prayer for our city. It's getting hot. Please be in prayer for our police department because they are working overtime. It is things that just be in prayer for them. We're in a tough time. But please, man, please check on your loved ones because it's going to get real hot pretty soon. Just check on them. From my understanding, we found a couple of people, we found dead in their homes. One lady had been there a while, one person had been there a while. And just check on your people. And just, again, please be in prayer for everyone. God bless you. Love y'all. Have a good year.
I would like to again congratulate Tana for her consistent and continuous efforts for our city. Appreciate all of our staff and everybody that does hard work. I thank all of our new board members and your willingness to serve our community. It cannot be done by the five that sit up here. It has to be done by all of us in order for us to succeed. And your willingness to take time out of your days and out of your lives to commit to this is important as well. I also want to applaud the CBDG department for their outstanding work and receiving a national award. So with that said, I will be quiet.
I share the same sentiments as what everyone else said, but there is something that I do want to say. I had the privilege of speaking at the State of the Cities last week with all the other mayors in the county, and it was an exciting experience to hear, what is going on throughout the city. But there was something, I felt like there was a trend amongst all of the comments that were said during that day, is that public officials do a lot. We sacrifice a lot, and not just public officials in the sense of elected officials, but our public servants, our city employees, our police officers, our firefighters, people who are out there doing field work. There's a lot being sacrificed there, and I know a lot of people say, well, that's what you signed up for, but at the end of the day, these people are still human beings. And I think it's important that as we want God and others to extend grace to ourselves, we should extend grace to others. There are a lot of things that happen behind the scenes as leaders that, the average person would not know about. And as Councilmember Roberts said, you have no idea what people are dealing with behind closed doors. And I ask that you just continue to pray for your city leaders in every aspect, not just like I said, the elected officials, but those who are in public service on a daily. And that is the main thing that I wanted to say. And it is getting hot, and we know what happens when it gets hot in this city. So let's pray for safety, especially as we come up on July 4th. We know what, we experienced in this city last year. So we're praying that whatever the assignment of the enemy has, that it is canceled. Other than that, we do want to thank you all for coming up. Oh, we do have our Heritage Festival coming up, which is this weekend, June 24th. So there'll be vendors. We have Silk, our hot R&B group, that will be performing that night. But of course, during the day, we'll have a bunch of vendors and booths for you all to come and really enjoy yourself. So we do hope to see you all on Saturday night. Other than that, we thank you all for being here, and we hope that you have a safe night. I will now move to convene to an executive session to discuss the consideration the council is willing to offer or accept when considering the purchase, sale, exchange, lease, or market value of real property. Bruce?
You only need to state whether or not we're returning to take action.
All right, we will not be reconvening the meeting after our executive session. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Jenkins?
Yes.
Councilmember Roberts?
Yes.
Councilmember Smith?
Yes,
Councilmember Harris?
Yes.
the meeting was adjourned.